الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. A young man from UIC called me a few days ago and said there was a female, a non-Muslim, who had a lot of questions about Islam, in particular things that relate to the status of women in Islam. And she was bringing all these questions that most of the students were not able to help her out with. So I told him, send her to the masjid. So she came and she started by saying, I am angry at your God. I said, okay, we can start from there. Why and how may I help you? She said that your deen degrades women. And I have some questions and I need some direct, straight answers. My point from bringing this matter, sometimes, especially our brothers and sisters who are Muslims, they think that they have to bring miracles in their answers. You don't have to. You just have to answer simple answers that to a normal, decent person would make sense, and that should be sufficient. If people take it or not, that's up to them. يعني إنك لا تهدي من أحببت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر. But sometimes you owe Islam and you owe your deen to know. And if there's one message out of this story that happened that I would like to reach out for our brothers and sisters who are either still in high school now or even younger or at colleges and universities, to put some more effort to learn about their deen, because we are representing Islam, and regardless how much of practicing Muslim you are, people are going to come to you and people are going to assume that you're going to have some answers. So you better do, and you better have some answers for them. And if you fail not to be able, yes, you can always come back to the masjid, but we want to send this message that it is not just honorable for you to learn your deen, it is part of da'wah. And you owe this deen to bring it out in the approach that makes sense to people. We are living in an environment and a time people want logic, people want common sense, people want relativity to things. Anyway, she says, why we were created from Adam? Where is equality in that? If it is a matter of only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to treat everyone the same way He wanted to create Adam from nothing, why not Eve? Why Eve had to come from a male? We do have always to be dependent on males, yani. And she was very stressed. جاي تقاتل يعني. I said, well, calm down, and if I answer you, I hope you just think يعني positively. If it makes sense, just take it. She said, okay. I said, me and you, we needed a male and a female to come to this world, right? طبعا she was raised as a Catholic. She said, yes. I said, and Adam needed no male or female. He was the first human. Right? She said, right. And I said, Jesus came from a female without a male. Right? She said, right. I said, then there would be one more angle to prove that God can create anything from anything. So there has to be a female coming only from a male without a female. She paused and she said, wow, I never thought of it like that before. I said, well, does it make sense? She said, yeah, I'll take that. Why there has been no prophets that are females? I said, okay. If you have a construction company and you needed to hire 3 people and 10 people, filled the application, happens to be 5 females and 5 males. Would you be discriminating against females if you chose only males? She said, no. I said, why not? She said, because the job is more relative to men, the construction, carrying, stuff like that. I said, exactly. The job of a prophet, with all the description that comes with a job and leading wars and battles and for the status of the female might not be relative much to the title. Okay. She said, why is it that when the woman has her menstrual period, she can't pray? Isn't she good enough to pray to God? What is this supposed to be? If anything, going through anything abnormal, they should have more access to God, not that they are deprived from the right of prayer. I said, prayer in Islam is from the moment you open your eyes in the morning till you go to bed again and you sleep. And the 5 daily prayers are only one angle, dimension of the many types of worship that we are engaged in. قُلْ إِنَّ صَلَاتِي وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِي لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ. The whole existence is based on إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. So salah becomes one part. But salah itself is meant to be a moment of peace, tranquility, and focus, in which when the female goes through this menstrual period, scientifically proven that her hormones changes, her mood changes, her emotions changes, she cannot keep up with the burden of keeping up with 5 daily prayers. It'll be very tough for her. And that's in honor that because of that period, Allah is preparing them for something honorable to carry in their wombs children. And this is something where Allah, through His Prophet ﷺ, said that heaven is by the feet of the moms. Al-Jannah عند أقدام الأمهات, and regardless of the sanad of the hadith. So out of honor for that purpose that she was made to go through it, to be a mother, Allah lift that burden of her so she don't have to pray, and she will get all the hasanat because of that honor she will land at carrying a child and giving birth to. Many other questions. Al-Muhim, she left and she was pleased and satisfied. My point from all this, and I know our community is a community that is well focused on the honor of education. We always try to get our children the best colleges, universities, send them out there. We don't want to just send people to get bachelor degrees and master degrees and think only about life and money. We want our children, daughters and sons, to be messengers for Islam, every one of them. And to be able to do that, you owe your deen to learn more. And if it takes to sit down more in a little bit after Salat Isha for a dars like that, or attend a lecture, or be part of a convention, or purchase a book and read it at home instead of just reading things that are probably good but it does not feed into your deen. It is a matter of learning more about your deen. So when you go and you encounter that, it's an open area for da'wah. So you can make sense, and you can, at least if people are not going to embrace Islam, at least they will have a good perception about Islam and understanding. وصلى الله وبارك على نبي محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.